I'm so grateful to everyone who served, regardless of whether they're entrepreneurs or not. I mean, I come from I don't know if we talked about it last time. I think we did about my military, roots and what they
Yeah.
mean to me. But like, I don't understand why people don't thank the military. Like, it's the most honorable. It's the most honorable thing you can do. And I'm just so grateful to anyone who's. I mean, it's just amazing to me regardless of where you come from. I mean, just that you have put yourself on the line. I'm just so thankful for it.
Well, and for those that listening, your father was a World War II veteran who served in the Battle of the Bulge, correct?
So that's somewhat correct. So that's a good question. So my father was 61 when I was born. He'd be 105 if he was alive now. He actually died January 18th, so a couple days ago. So not in 1991, but so he was a first lieutenant, spotter on bomber planes, and he came from nothing. He and his three brothers all served. One of his brothers was a colonel in the Air Force, and another was in the Navy, and another was also in the Army. So all four from the same family served. They were actually in national. It's interesting because we still have the articles. They were nationally recognized because it was pretty rare to have four brothers all serve. And then the
Hmm.
parents escaped Russia, escaped the pogroms in Russia, so escaped death to come to America with no English. And okay, so they came from nothing. And then my dad became an attorney in the Nuremberg trials, became the president of an insurance company, and my greatest possession, I should have brought it out for this interview. It's in the basement, but he kept a diary of his experiences fighting in the Battle of the Hürtgen Forest, which was one of the deadliest battles toward the end of World
Yeah.
War II. Yeah, so that
It's
diary,
one that's not talked about much, but yeah, it was a devastating battle. The
devastating,
terrain was absolutely
devastating.
atrocious.
Well, let me tell you something. I mean, one, I'm very impressed that you know that. Very few people know that, and I'm very grateful. I found the diary after he died, and it's besides my family. I like if our house was burning, I don't, whatever. I mean, say my family, dogs, and then that diary. That other, I don't really care about other stuff, but that diary is one of the greatest things ever written, and it's my connection to my dad. But then I write exactly like he does. Boom, boom, boom. Result, 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 result. He got into uh, he was shot down 8 or 9 times in combat, many times without a parachute. So he writes about that in the diary. I was just because I look for clues in it. I was just reading it the other day, and he was describing in very amazing detail. I mean, you described what it was like to write this diary, but in great detail. Nazi planes fighting against American planes, and the one Nazi plane, the pilot shot down two of the three American planes, but the third plane got him. And then the Nazi pilot jumped out of the plane, and his parachute never opened, and just hit the ground, exploded essentially. And then my dad and his uh, his friends, his fellow soldiers, got the paperwork from the soldier who fell to his death, and he was 19 on his first mission. 19. And that was pretty much every day of that diary. That was, by the way, Christmas Day, 1944. That's when that diary entry is from. Okay,
Wow.
so that's Christmas Day, 1940. Guy,
Wow.
watch the guy jump out of a plane, parachute didn't know. That was every day. I mean, and so like people make excuses. Sorry, no, thank you, no, not in my world. And then my dad, I remember, age 5 to 13, when I had a brain, what I can remember, he would always say the cream rises to the top. The cream rises to the, so I just partner with the cream that rises to the top of the people that will do whatever. They'll just do it. They're no do hard things. And
Yeah.
entrepreneur is the hardest thing you'll ever do. I mean, really, it's. I mean, it is. But most people can't do it. That's why the world is not filled with people like me because they can't do it, and that's fine. I just only partner with people that'll do whatever it takes.